Good morning, grade 5s. Today we're going to speak about adverbs. But before we can speak about adverbs, you need to remember what a verb is. I know that all of you can remember that a verb is an action word. It gives us the action in a sentence. So, can you remember that we did some adverbs last year? An adverb tells us if a verb has more information adding to it. So, for instance, we can say how an action is performed, we can say when an action is performed, or where an action is performed. And all those words that tell us where, when, or how an action is performed is called an adverb. So, the first one we're going to talk about is an adverb of manner. An adverb of manner tells us how an action is performed. So if we look at this simple sentence, Susan sings. We want to add an adverb to the sentence to make it much more interesting. So first of all, I want to say how or in what manner does Susan sing. So we can say Susan sings beautifully. So I'm going to write the word beautifully because it tells us how Susan sang, and that's why it's an adverb of manner. Then the next one is we can say when this action was performed. So we will call that an adverb of time. When it's an adverb of time, you want to tell us when did Susan sing. So we can say Susan sings on Saturdays. If we add the words on Saturdays, then this becomes our adverb of time, because just like beautifully told us about the word sings and how she was singing, on Saturdays tells us when Susan was singing. So this adverb added to the verb now, and we know more about how the action was performed or when the action was performed. The third one we're going to look at today is an adverb of place, which tells us where. Where was she singing? Where was this action performed? So we can say Susan sings outside. Susan sings inside. Susan sings on the stage. Whatever you choose tells you more about where the action sing was performed. So we can say Susan sings outside. And now we have an adverb of manner, which tells us how Susan was singing. Susan sings beautifully. Or we have an adverb of time, which tells us when Susan was singing. She was singing on Saturdays. Or we have an adverb of place that tells us where Susan was singing. And that is outside. Susan sings outside. There are a few more that we will still cover, but for now, this is what I want you to remember. You can also watch the video that I put on Calabrum for you that is on YouTube. Actually, not on Calabrum, it's on YouTube. So make sure that you just click on the link that I put on the prep for you, and then you can go and look at that as well to give you some more information and just to make sure that you understand fully what adverbs are about. And then I also posted those worksheets for you. Make sure that you copy those sentences and that you add some adverbs to that today in your exercise books. Well, it was great chatting to you, grade 5s. I hope I see you so soon. Okay, bye-bye.